Hello members, we'll be back again. This is Raymond again. I'm going to be taking you through lab 2. The other one we did was lab 1, components of search strategy. So I'm going to take you through lab 2. Lab 2 is actually the same thing, but then there are some differences somewhere, somehow. So basically, let me take you straight to my slide. So this is lab 2 results, then components of search strategy. So it's just more of the same thing. We start by identification of key concepts. Then you break down your research questions or topics into its main components or themes to form the foundation of your research. So if we break down your research question or topics into its main components or themes to form the foundation of your research. For example, if your question is brought like this: what are the socio-economic impacts of gender-based violence in rural communities? This is not supposed to be there. Yes. What are the economic impacts of gender-based violence in rural communities? The key concepts could be gender-based violence, social impacts, economics, economic impacts, rural communities. This is communities, communities. So that is basically uh, component number one. So we go to component number two, selection of search terms. Choose appropriate keywords, phrases, and synonyms related to each key concept to expand the scope of your search. After choosing the keywords, those ones, uh, we or phrases and synonyms related to each. Then using a variety of terms ensures you capture a broad range of relevant literature. For the concept gender-based violence, you could use synonyms like intimate partner violence, that one, things that happens in the relationship, then domestic violence, things that happens at home or uh, in the house. Yes, then also have sexual violence like raping and those other things. Then also we have related terms to this gender-based violence. You could also use violence against women, gendered violence. You see that? So this is also a selection of such terms. Actually, this lab 2 component is just not far from lab 1, but then the difference come on the explanation and the concepts you can pick up from there. So we are going to the third one, that is Boolean operators, use of like and, operators like and, or and not to combine or exclude terms, refining or broadening your research. I told you, and now the research by including all specified terms. Then or broadens the research to include any specified terms, that any of the terms. You get that? That means if gender-based violence or economic impacts. That means any of the two, it depicts it and it broadens the research for any of those specified terms. Okay, so not also exclude this not exclude specific terms to avoid the irrelevant results. So when I say gender-based violence, not economic impacts, that means the results containing gender-based violence is the one which is going to be given in specifically. That means economic impacts will be taken away. For example, gender-based violence, when we're using gender-based violence and economic impacts, these are the retrieves results containing both concepts. Then for oral, gender-based violence or economic impacts, it gives the retrieves result to include any of the specified terms. Okay. Then not respectively, gender-based violence, not economic impact. The retrieves result excluding specific terms to avoid irrelevant results. That is to do with Boolean operators. And let's go to the next slide, which is syllable continuation. So we have a truncation and wildcards. I told you truncation is use of symbols like star and arrow, this question mark, to include word variations or alternate spellings. Truncation retrieve words with different endings, while wildcards capture spelling variations. truncations, for example, violence and then a star, will know that we can either have violence, then we can also have violent, then also we have violences. So you can see that if we have a star there. Then you have wildcats. We have worm, and then the question mark, and the end. So it retrieves both women and women. Do you get it? I think I explained all these in our first lab PowerPoint. So the next one we have phrase searching. Those are just the same with the other ones. Then also have filters and limits, database selection, tentative processes. So this is just basically what we can learn about search strategy. And thank you for listening and thank you for learning something. And if you have picked something, please let me know from the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time. I'm going to be bringing you through another topic. Have a good day.